Hello everyone, this is Cody, your dear engineer. Welcome to one more episode of Python! Yay! Today I will finish the series with the key file reader from LS-DYNA, and I want to show you kind of how to do include management, how you can add new includes and everything else. But first of all, we need of course to trigger our library, so we import from qd just everything we can because we don't care. And then we want to read another key file. Now the key file is the very famous example key file, which I have been hanging around also in the previous tutorials here. This is the same key file, and note that there are two include keywords here. So we kind of want to talk about how the library handles today these two include keywords. It will entirely kind of like ignore loading includes, and you cannot load it afterwards. If you do not specify this load includes equals true. That's very important. Even if you want to load afterwards the includes, it will not work. So here we go. We just kind of open the key file with includes, and you can get all the loaded includes, by the way, by keyfile.getIncludes. Oh wow, so surprising. Now note that there is only one key file here, but we have two includes. Now one is an encrypted key file, and during reading the library detects it and it skips it. You can control that with an argument, but you shouldn't have to mess around with that. It's quite solid. So here we go. Now, how does this work internally? Now in LS-DYNA there are two important things. First of all, there are directories. It is searching for the include files, and secondly, then it searches in these directories the include files. So you kind of have this double system between, on the one hand, the files, and on the other hand, the directories. There is something called include. It's called include path to this is the keyword to add new include directories, but this is not what I will cover here. You just create that keyword, put in some directories, and it will automatically detect it every time you want to add a new, load a new include. Now I want to rather point out today how to load new includes. So let's get, for example, the first include statement here, which we have. Now we have two includes in this file, or two include statements. So we get the first one. And note when I check the type that it's of type include keyword. So it's like the MASH database, it's not of this generic keyword type, but it's also of this more specific include keyword type, which tells you that there's more functionality in this class than it is in this generic keyword class. And I will just show you, it's not a lot what it can do more, but I will show you what exactly. First of all, also this function here has a getIncludes function, because one star include can have more than one file paths inside, and I will show you exactly how. The second functionality is the following. If we print out the keyword, it's looking exactly the same like in the text editor, of course. Now we want to add or load a new include, and we can easily do that. We can just do an append line, so we append a line to the internal line buffer, and we wanna kinda specify the path starting out from this file out here, because we do a relative path. So we go here to, let's say we take inc.key, so we need to do yay./inc.key. Here we go. And what we can do is just type load, and this kind of triggers the internal function to kind of load everything. And here we go. And if you print again, you see, okay, this is appended and it's loaded. And if we get the includes, you will get a second include. And if we print the second include, of course, it should look exactly like the inc.key, which you can see it is. Note that if you load a mesh, if you use load mesh in the key file constructor, all the mesh data from the children are loaded into the parent, like the master file. It's similar to in the solver. The solver also kind of does the file reading only on one machine, and then distributes it to the cluster. And here it's kind of very similar. We load everything into the master include file. Consider that because the mesh database of the children is empty, not of the parent, but of the children. We didn't load here the includes, but that's the way to go. Now this is almost everything about key file loading. You can easily, in such a way, build up new files. You can add new stuff, and simply by triggering keyword.load, you just load the data which is inside as a text into the internal database or whatever type. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this episode, and of course, if you like, please like. If you want to support us, do it on Patreon. And was nice to meet you again, and we will see each other next time with some new Python magic.